Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here, and as we're getting into our second Pretender month, I wanted to break out this year's Hallmark Christmas ornament that's done in honor of the Transformers toy line, and as you can see, this year's recipient is Soundwave. So let's take a closer look at Soundwave and see how well he is sculpted. We've got him looking at an angle, which is kind of nice. Toy can simply do that. Love the fact they've got not only the clear chest cavity, but you can clearly see that one of the bird cassettes is inside him. I would assume it to be Buzzsaw, due to the fact that Buzzsaw was included with the original toy. And of course, we got the nice button detail here. All in all, it's not too bad, folks. I mean, it looks pretty good. Probably has a few extra details. It's hard to say, given the fact that my Soundwave is a used toy, so some of the decals, like this Decepticon symbol here on the back, may not be present, but I don't think that diminishes the look on him. But why don't we have it for comparison's sake? Right here we have, knocking him out of the way, we have the original toy. Let's pick him up. Detach the camera here, and we'll go in for a little bit of a closer look to compare the two. And one thing that definitely stands out is that the Christmas ornament here is in a lighter shade of blue compared to the original G1 toy. So color kinda goes more maybe towards the animated series a little bit. Hard to say, but while it is a major letdown that there's that big a difference between the two, I don't think it really hurts the appearance all that much. And of course, that is one man's opinion, and certainly all of you out there are entitled to your own opinions and thoughts. I do hope that some of you will be kind enough to leave those thoughts down in the comments section below, so that we have something to discuss. Let's reattach the camera here to the tripod. And why don't we turn them both around so we can have a look at the back sides to see how they compare. And once again, we have another glaring difference concerning the sticker applications that would be here on the back of the legs. As you can see here on the original toy, these stickers right in here, about at his kneecaps, I would guess. These stickers are in a light blue, whereas on the Christmas ornament, they are in purple. Again, like I said, a glaring difference. I mean, you can also look down here, the button activated, the activation button here on leg. It has no grooves, no noticeable grooves, whereas the original toy does have them. I mean, they did put it on the knob, because here it is on the toy, and then up closely on the Christmas ornament. It may be hard for you to see it, but it does have the grooves in here, so at least they put in that little bit of detail. But all in all, we can find the post to reattach this. There we go. All in all, it is not a bad representation of the classic toy. let's get the toy out of the way here, and we'll bring in his box so that you know what to look for when you go into your local Hallmark stores. Accurate representation of the toy, although I don't know how well it's coming off on the camera, but this does look more like the original toy, at least in the shade of the blue that he's presented in. So this must have been the early prototype, and then that's the final product. So a little disappointing that this blue didn't come over onto the toy. But at least they got the Transformer logo correct on this toy. On this ornament, unlike last year's ornament Grimlock featured the Decepticon logo instead of the Autobot one. And of course, you got the Hooked on Holidays on the one side, and you got red Christmas trees here. On the top of the box, you got the year. And of course, down here, you got all the trademark stuff, and of course, the license by Hasbro. And you got the price tag here. He will set you back about $16 if you buy him at the store. And then we get to the back of the box, and unfortunately, like what they're doing now, it talks more about the artist. It says, remember the neighbor kid who would dismantle perfectly good toys and mash the parts together to create strange creatures? Orville Wilson was that kid, and he still is. And after winning an art contest in elementary school, his mother said, one day you'll be working for Hallmark. She was thrilled when her prophecy came true and, like any good mother, said, I told you so. Now, while this is kind of cute, and it is a bit funny, because some of us can probably relate to that, most of us really don't care to know enough about the artist or the designer behind the ornament. What we want more would be whatever sort of information it would like to tell us about this figure, as future generations may not understand this, although I hope that my videos will still be floating around somewhere on YouTube for future generations to benefit from my knowledge and expertise on the Generation 1 Transformers. But anyways, my final thoughts on the Soundwave Christmas ornament is I like it. I do like it despite the discrepancies between it and the original toy. I do like how well it turned out. I mean, despite the color differences on a few things, it is a rather accurate representation of Soundwave as he would appear as the toy. And that's basically how more of us ought to remember him, more as the toy than the cartoon figures that we often remember all too well. Because while the cartoon guys were only on the screen for a matter of minutes, these guys would always be with us in our hearts, in our minds, and especially in our toy chests. And probably scattered around 2 or 3 different rooms in the house. But at least, if nothing else, he can be the ornament is posable, is in a posable position that the toy can actually mimic exactly. And that concludes my review of the 2017 Hallmark Transformers ornament Soundwave. If you liked the video, thumbs up it here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. Please also consider liking this video, and please do share your comments down in the section below. Give me your opinion on the Soundwave Christmas ornament. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.